I don't want my husband to just work and pay bills. I don't want him to not have a hobby. I don't want him to not have healthy mental health. I don't want him to not have savings. I don't want him to work and slave all day, every day to take care of my bills, our bills, and me just sit there and not contribute anything. This is coming from a young lady who has never been married. I don't have any kids. I have a dog. I'm fully educated, pay my own bills right now, and it is difficult. I have a great career, and it is difficult. So when I think of getting married and building with someone or coming together and bringing our assets together, I could never lay in my bed knowing that my husband has no life and no freedom and maybe no peace because all he does is work and pay bills.
Okay. That part.
Taking the fast lane to divorce is crazy work, y'all.
Help me understand.
I saw this video yesterday when she posted it. Before I had a chance to save and download the video, she removed it. She couldn't take the heat in the comment section.
Oh my God.
I already knew she messed up, coming across as ungrateful and unappreciative when she has a provider husband. Get into this video right here. Thanks for watching, and also like, share, and subscribe to the channel, y'all.
Look at this.
My husband works 2 jobs.
2.
He works 64 hours a week.
Continue.
Has like 1 day off. And within that 1 day, I want him to go outside with us.
You want
like
him.
Me, Sophie, and him.
Right.
But he wants to stay home
Okay,
and spend time with us.
Okay.
But I don't want that. I want us to be outside. And I'm upset with him because we don't go outside and do activities as a family. Am I being reasonable or am I being a bad wife?
You're being unreasonable and being a bad wife. You're both. If
Right.
I'm working 64 hours a week and you're a stay-at-home mom that watches way too much TV, which I'm assuming because you posted this, you watch too much TV, God forbid a girl has a hobby that doesn't require spending money, hashtag stay-at-home mom, you posted this. I'd be
Hello to the receipts. As somebody who was a stay-at-home wife and mother for many years, when my children, I had 3 little people under 3, I wouldn't ever fix my mouth to try to pressure my husband. Now, were there things that I wanted to do? Absolutely, there were things that I wanted to do. And when my husband felt like doing those things, then we would do those things. But I never would think to like bully or pressure my husband to do things on the very limited time off that he would have as the sole provider husband, to want to go out and do things and run around when he was already dead dog tired.
I'd be damned if you're going to tell me what the hell I'm doing on my off day. Or you even have the audacity to be upset with me because I don't want to go outside. I have literally been out the house all week working. I would love to be inside of the house that I'm paying for.
Right.
You're 100% being unreasonable. And if you don't like it, get a damn job. Tell him quit his second job.
Right.
And either have somebody you trust watch your kids at home or put your child in a daycare with cameras. What you just said got the women in the comments bashing you. When you got that happening on the internet, you know you're wrong. You know you done said some dumb shit.
Right.
How inconsiderate of you. Mans is literally working his life away to provide for you two. And you're mad because he wants to spend his one off day indoors, the one day that he can be indoors with y'all.
You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. You ain't lied.
Y'all. And he said a lot of the things that I said when I first saw this video. And I was thinking, it sounds like your husband is working too much. He's working 64 hours a week and he's working those hours between 2 jobs. There's several different ways that we can problem solve for this situation. The first situation could be, 1, don't bully and try to pressure your hardworking husband into wanting to go out when ultimately you're talking about, like the gentleman said in this video, you are being inconsiderate of his own time. Yes, you may want to go out as a family and do things, but what is going to be in the best interest of what's going to work for everybody? I remember when my husband and I, we would go out with the children, probably like in first or second grade. And then my daughter was like in preschool. And my husband was still working a lot and he would still want to go do things. But then we would like take the kids to the movies and he would go to sleep in the movies. And to me, that would be an indication that he was tired. Now, granted, he still wanted to do those things. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to go out and be in the community and do things, spend bonding and quality time with your children, with the wife, making some special memories. There is nothing wrong with that. But to the point where you just say, forget the fact that this man has worked hard. Forget the fact that, God forbid, a man wants to enjoy the home that he pays, the amenities that you all have in the home, that becomes problematic. And another thing I said was, you can go get a job. Husband can drop that second job. You pick up a part-time job and either you guys work alternate schedules. That way your husband can spend time with the children and assist with some of the household tasks when you are not there. And then he gets to spend time with the children. And then whenever you all have days off in between, nobody is feeling that exhausted or tired to the point that you all can't go out, and you are looking forward to going out and doing activities as a unit, because all the workload as far as outside of the home to bring in income is not put on one person. There's no expectation for her to bring in as much income as the husband, but if she worked a 20-hour-a-week job, that would definitely make a difference and be a help to her husband. I didn't get a chance to see the comments from her original video, but it's bad when women on TikTok is getting in her behind about her attitude and her approach towards her husband. It's bad because it's not about what you want. It's about what does he want. It was a lot of eyes being said to push this all about me narrative while her husband is literally running on fumes. That is really wicked. And to me, I don't know how long a marriage will last like that. I'm going to be honest. Marriage is not about who can, give the most while pretending like they don't need help. And that goes for both the husband and the wife. He cannot do it all as a husband, and she cannot do it all as a wife. At some point, somebody is going to be burnt out. She's probably on social media a lot, comparing her life and what she got going on to what other women are doing. I just think that when you spend a lot of time on social media, we begin to have these distorted perceptions of reality about what really is going on in people's lives. You might see couples going out and doing this and doing that, but that's only a fraction of their life. And we don't even really know if that's for show or not. People make content. They produce their lives for social media for clicks, views, and popularity. Let's not act like people don't do that. So do not compare what you might see other couples and families doing to what you have going on in your home. Being unappreciative and comparison is really the thief of joy. It's not about, being anti going outside and doing things and having a good time. We are talking about being pro balance. If you are married to someone who is working 64 hours a week and you can't meet them halfway with rest and understanding, then maybe the issue isn't the schedule. It's the lack of compassion. I want to read some comments before I let y'all go. So here someone says, my ex did this exact script. I would work 50 to 60 hours a week, and I was expected to plan busy weekends and 50% of the house chores. Unreasonable AF. And you heard what he said, right? My ex. It got to a point where she was too selfish. This is not the show of you as a wife. In addition to taking care of children, in addition to doing things around the home, another part of your role is to be compassionate and understanding. Here, someone says, I, me, I. Exactly. Here, my husband works, I don't. I ask him what he wants to do on his off days. We can chill, go out, or do a little of both. It's up to him. Like, good God, he pays my bills, so the choice is yours, handsome. I know that's right.
Period.
Here, if he quits one job, she gets a job, both have more time off together. I agree. Here, bro just want to enjoy his house that he pays for. Goes to show it's never good enough. Here, they want a blue collar man until they find out that off day is for catching up on sleep. Can we talk about it? believe and support doing what's best for your household. Another reason why y'all need to stay off of social media and stop believing everything that you see, because two adults working together, whether it's the husband is working, it might sometimes be the wife is the only person working, and more likely than not, it's the two of them, husband and wife, working and doing what they need to do. Make sure that you can have majority of your needs met, some of what you want, and everybody is just not just worn down and run ragged in life. I could not see my husband working an immense amount of hours, and then we don't get to have a rested version of my husband. Do y'all remember that video where the woman got attacked for saying that she didn't want her husband to work a lot of hours? Do y'all remember that? And she wants to actually spend quality time with her husband. So to me, it speaks to volumes to one, having a level of contentment, not being so pressured on things that don't bear weight, which means that you have to have a level of comfortability with not wanting excessive things and not wanting to live beyond your means. And two, I take pride in assisting my husband to make sure that we both have time to tend to the things that we need to do, as well as to tend to our family and each other. Here someone says, my dad has worked basically from 6 to 6 my whole life, but he has always tried to spend time with his kids. You don't got to leave the house to spend time with your people. Can we talk about it? Someone says, it's a woman. Someone told her to get a job and she's all like, no. So apparently before she took the video down, women or whoever were telling her in the comments to get a job, and she was in opposition to that apparently. So look, the bottom line is this: you all need to do what's best for your family, and in addition to that, you also need to know that what you may want is also not going to be what's best for the family. There's going to have to be some balance. Ultimately, I believe that if you want to constantly push and pressure certain things without considering what your husband needs and what he wants, I just don't foresee relationships like those lasting for the long haul, in my personal opinion. Because if it was the other way around, you would not want your husband to try to force you or bully you or pressure you into doing things when you only had one day off. What do y'all think about this? Let me know in the comment section, ladies. I'm telling you, you be divorced, you will be by yourself if you carry on and act this way in your marriage. You will lose out on your good man. Do not give your man away because you want to be inconsiderate and you don't want to look at the bigger picture and see just beyond yourself, your own point of view, and what you want to do. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Until the next video, peace, y'all.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!